Hello fellow Netsters. Hi, my name is Annette, Chef Annette, and welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to show you two ways of cooking roast chicken. One is the Asian spices, which is using galangal, turmeric, lemongrass, and the other one is my inspiration for Korean spices. So it's going to be known as Korean baked chicken, your KBC to go. Okay? So remember this, whenever you want to save, you want to be on a budget, you want to save, always get a whole chicken. Okay, you can always ask your butcher or the supermarket to cut it out for you to pieces, or you can cut it to half, butterfly it. Okay, you can divide it to any way you want. So supermarkets will cut it into 4 to 8, 12, 16 pieces. So you can make it to curries, you can make it to stews, all sorts of variations using the chicken. So today, what I've actually done, I've gotten a whole spring chicken, which is about 1 kilo, and I've actually cut it into half. So I'm going to have two flavors. I've cut my chicken here to two halves, and I'm going to use one half for the Korean baked chicken and the other half for the turmeric coconut roast. Okay, so let's start with the Korean baked chicken. So the spices that I'm going to be using today is inspired and a bit of Asian vibe as well. I'm going to use the gochujang, the gula melaka, our brown sugar, soy sauce, chili, habe, which is a prawn chili paste, some ginger, garlic, and also sesame oil. So I'm just going to take an empty bowl and I'm just going to put everything inside. So basically in here goes 2 tablespoons of the gochujang sauce, the brown sugar, our soy sauce, some chopped garlic, also about 2 tablespoons, ginger, grated ginger, and some chili for heat. So I'm going to add, basically the heatness is up to your preference, so you can add it to whatever desired heatiness you like. But I like spicy, so it's going to be a spicy KBC dish. So you just whisk all the ingredients together and then we add in our sesame oil. So this is the kind of texture that you get. This is also an excellent ingredient for a dip. So what you can do while you mix all this up, you slowly warm it up over a slow fire and just get the ginger and the garlic going, and then you add in all the other ingredients and you have some extra dip that you can use. Okay, I'm just going to put this aside and get my chicken. So I'm going to salt and pepper my chicken thoroughly. So I'm using Himalayan pink salt, and Sarawak white pepper. I love the peppers from Sarawak. The white pepper has a different sort of creaminess that you can't get elsewhere. Okay, once all this is rubbed gently in, okay, I'm just gonna rinse my hands because my sink is quite a far distance away from me here. I'm just going to add in the Korean baked mix that we did just now. usually use my hands, but in this case I'm just going to add in a bit of mastic so we can mix it and I don't have to run to the sink later on. So you can also marinate beef with this, pork for those who eat pork. Alright, and leave it to marinate for about 1 hour to overnight, ideally. Okay, that's it. It's so easy. It's ready. But the longest time is actually the marination bit. I mean, I ideally, or by preference, prefer to leave it overnight so the flavors will all seep through into the chicken. So this chicken is ready to be chilled in the fridge. So I'm going to cover it. With cling film. So I'm going to cover it with cling film and I'm going to leave it overnight. So this is going to be my dinner. So whatever leftovers, I can actually put the roast chicken to make it into a salad where I can add some kimchi and other crunchy vegetables like the sengkuang or the hikama, some bell peppers. This goes really well. So, and those who also like to barbecue, this is one option of the sauce that you can actually use to barbecue as well. So that chicken is ready to be chilled. So this is my next dish of marination, which I'm going to use So the same thing, I'm going to salt it with some Himalayan salt. And some Sarawak white pepper as well. So this is a Southeast Malaysian inspired flavors which I'm using. This paste which I made earlier, which I actually use it for my curry, is actually there's onions, turmeric, ginger, lemongrass, galangal, red chilies, kaffir lime leaf, and also and garlic. Not forgetting a bit of garlic, and everything is all blended in. So I'm just going to add this. And rub it all together. Make sure you get it into the bones where you can get lots of flavor from. Cover it, slather it all over. Add some coconut milk as well to this flavor, whereby you get it a more creamy sort of flavor that seeps into the chicken. So you'll get a coconut turmeric chicken and I'm going to show you just a bit, but I'm just going to drizzle a bit because I don't want it over. There you go. So those who are familiar with this type of cuisine, it's called, the sauce is actually called, it's from ayam masak kuning, or like for ayam masak lemak sort of thing. So ayam masak lemak is basically, it's translated into cook in fat. So the fat actually comes from the coconut milk. But don't worry guys, coconut milk is actually healthy for you as opposed to other beliefs. And I believe you're going to enjoy it. Everything's in moderation. Have the full fat version because it's actually healthy fat. So that's ready to be marinated. Same thing as well, marination at least about 1 hour to overnight, and I'm going to do it overnight. So tomorrow when I'm ready to have it, I will have 2 types of roast chicken. My KBC, Korean baked chicken, and my Asian inspired roast turmeric coconut chicken. My KBC, Korean baked chicken, and my Asian inspired roast turmeric coconut chicken. So all this come with a bit of heat in it. So if you want to reduce the heat, reduce the chili, and make sure you enjoy it. So, but remember this, tomorrow before we roast it, I'm going to take it out from the fridge about half an hour before I roast it, so that because it will actually bring the temperature of the chicken down a bit to the room temperature. And always remember to preheat your oven before this, because if you take it directly from the fridge to the oven, it's going to take a longer time to actually cook. So it's better if you actually bring out any meat. If you're like roasting roast chicken, roast beef, roast lamb for example, just take it out from the chiller, rest it about maybe 30 minutes to 45 minutes before you actually roast them. It will make a huge difference in your roast, and it cooks faster time, and you will come up with roast that is just juicy and moist, and the whole family or maybe just yourself to enjoy over a few days into the dishes. And you can actually make different types of dishes from the same chicken. So I'm going to show you step 1, you will get a roast chicken, and step 2, we shall see what we get next. So everybody, let's start cooking, have fun. Heated the chicken for about 24 hours, and before I needed to take it out, put it into the oven, I had preheated the oven at 180 degrees, and it goes into the oven for about 20 to 25 minutes. And for those of you who have an internal temperature, please use a gauge, and you need to poke the thickest part of the chicken, which is the thigh, between the thighs. So if you have an internal reading of 165 degrees Fahrenheit or 75 degrees Celsius, your chicken is ready and done. Okay? So what I've done today is I've sauteed some Korean inspired stir-fry vegetables. I've taken some cabbage and added some kimchi and some mushrooms as well. So I'm just going to lay it out on the bed of my plate. So the chicken, as you can see, it's ready, it's baked, it's really moist, the juices are still there. So we're going to have a cut. You see how easy it just falls apart. So I'm having my chicken. And I'm going to drizzle some sauce over it. And this is what you get. This is your Korean baked chicken with a side of kimchi slaw, and you can also top it up with extra kimchi for those of you all who like it. So guys, please enjoy your meal. Thank you very much. But wait, I forgot to taste it. Okay. I'm not sure whether you can see the steam and the chicken, how moist it is. for those of y'all who enjoy Korean food and Korean spices, this is a keeper. With a bit of the hint of the spices of the Asian flavors of the Asian habe, the prawns, just give it a bit of a little kick to the chicken. So thank you very much. Just follow me, Chef Anat Isaac, on my Facebook and also my Instagram. Bye guys. Hi. Now the coconut turmeric chicken also has been marinated for 24 hours. And also in the oven at 180 for about 30 minutes. So what I've also done earlier is I have actually sauteed some tauhu as well as some green vegetables. And I'm just going to show you, I'm going to cut into the chicken and see how easy it is. They just need your normal fork and knife. So in goes the breast meat. You can also have it with a bit of rice, but since I'm on a quasi low carb, okay, I'm just gonna pour in some gravy. And voila, that's my turmeric coconut roast chicken. Okay, I'm just gonna have a bit of taste. So this is the breast meat. So breast meat usually tends to be dry and and not so flavorful. Okay, if you don't marinate it properly, and also if you over bake it or over roast it. So as you can see, it's really moist, juicy. I'm just gonna dip a bit in the gravy. The turmeric, the galangal, the chili, damn yummy. So guys, give this a go. Alright, it's another keeper for me because I love all the flavors that comes into the chicken, and the flavors and the ingredients are easily available, and they are it's cheap and you can also blend this in a big paste and put it in a big container, so you can use it for a variety of things. You can also bake it, as I say, roasted. You can also use it in stir fries. You can also use it as a base for your masak kuning or masak lemak, which is also used for here. So one paste, different Asian flavors can give you lots of things, and I give you a variety of ingredients to play with and recipes to play with. So I want you to enjoy yourself in the kitchen. I want you to enjoy yourself cooking. So one of the greatest skill that someone can actually have is to learn how to feed yourself. So guys, follow me, Chef Anat Isaac, on my FB and as well as my Instagram to get certain tips and recipes throughout the year. Thanks.